Hey, beautiful people, it is your friend Kevin here with your Divine Daily Blast. Here we go. So, we are in, yes, I know, I changed my little backcloth. I wanted to put a bit of colour in it today. I hope you like it. Let me know in your comments what you think. Um, we are, looks kind of busy, but I kind of like busy sometimes. um, we're in angel numerology number 3, day to day. So, what does that mean? Well, basically, it's reflective. It is bringing the ascended masters, and that can be any of your loved ones that has passed into spirit. Call on them to ask for help today and for support. You can also use Archangel Azrael, Gabriel, Raziel, Jophiel, Zadkiel. They're great divine directors for the energy of today. Why? Because the moon is on its way out of Libra, still in there, but Venus has moved into Taurus. So that means, or at least it can give opportunity for conversations to be therapeutic today. Mercury and healing Chiron are in harmony with each other. So this is a perfect day to make amends, not necessarily seek out awkwardness, but even if you were to get reflective to somebody who's passed into spirit and you were to be reflecting upon how much they meant to you, how much they mean to you, and that can also mean people in your life today. You may have disconnected with people. You might have challenges where you feel disconnected. Have that conversation. It doesn't mean you have to all of a sudden bring up, well, I would not do this, bring up issues from the past, unless you know in your heart of hearts that perhaps you misspoke or there was a misunderstanding that you don't feel good about. Then I think you have to come clean and say, like for me personally, if I have to have one of those conversations, they're awkward, and I will frame it that way. Such like, let's call them Jackie. I want to have an awkward conversation with you, and it doesn't need to make you feel awkward. And I'm going to be overly, personally, or whatever you want to call it, indulgent in relieving myself of this burden that's laying on my heart. Anything that, puts the other person at ease. I think it's really challenging when you approach somebody and say, I'd like to have an awkward conversation with you. They're like, oh my goodness gracious me. They're wondering what's coming next. So I think you have to be diplomatic and careful. All right, so the other part of today's number 3 energy is the gentle guidance. This is messages from your ascended masters reminding you that everything's fine and you can have fun today. The energy of a 3 is about being artistic, creative, inspiring, imaginative. Now, these descriptions, artistry, creativity, all of those, they come up a lot in angel numerology. And I was thinking, gosh, this seems to be on repeat, like using the Hermit and the Moon cards and the 3 of Cups and then all these archangels. There is a good reason for that. When I meditated, I got the message from my guides that when the physical human experience world, whatever you want, seems to be in turmoil, we need that creativity. We need something creative, something artistic to not just distract it, but to change the vibrational energy of it. Whenever there's huge growth, and right now in our astrological patterning, there is great big growth, changes. Whenever that happens, there is a definitive choice to spiral upward, up and out, expand, or the opposite. And being in a physical experience, we choose which way we're going based on our attitude, which leads me to the perfect combination of these isms. The brighter I shine, the lighter I get. Love and light is my vibration, peace is my portion, and I am letting go of unwanted emotional patterns and making room for healing and better vibrational energy. These came out after this went down, and they were at the top of that pile. I think I've showed you before. This divine daily blast is literally an interpretation of what my spirit guides, my fairies, my angels want me to convey to you. Archangel Haniel, she's the archangel that governs the moon, the shadow work, the things we don't necessarily pay attention to. I am the archangel of intuitive gifts. Allow me to mentor you in embracing your psychic awareness. I completely trust my intuition. Follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. I completely trust my intuition. Follow my guidance with excitement and confidence. The same with Mayat. She is the ancient Egyptian goddess of justice, coming in all week long, asking us to weigh up these options. What is heavy, dense, sad, and difficult? And what is light, bright, shiny, and magical? Our sky beings from the higher perspective, and we thank the sky beings for helping us see things differently. I've been a fan for many, many years. Started with Louise Hay in the 80s when I was going through a difficult time. Well, I'll be honest, I wasn't a very good person in my 20s. I chose thinking I wasn't good enough. I went through some rejection, 27, 28, somewhere in there, and participated in some rather unsavory habits, which led me to an outpatient rehab program, which I enjoyed. But that's what led me to Louise Hay. It's what led me to channeling. It's what led me to the spirit guides, the angels. It's what put me on the track of spirituality. And then, of course, different events happened. But I've always had that thread. The other influencer has been Esther Hicks. And it is quite fascinating to me that these energies have popped back up in my life over and over and over and over again. Here we go. Ask for help. We use this term in spiritual language. You can't make it up. But here we've got a really lovely image. We have what I would say is our human down here on the earth, if you will, and then lifting up to the guardian angels. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone. And the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So whatever you're going through, whatever you think you're going through, whatever you are tasked with doing that seems tough. Many young people are either graduating from high school, about to be freshmen in college, or graduating college, about to enter the workforce. And even if you take the college out of it, think about those who are finishing their high school but don't have a college plan, don't have a plan for what their future is going to be. That's growth that can be quite daunting to some people. There are many companies, jobs, careers that are coming to an end because whatever company, situation, whatever is going on has changed. Whatever you're going through, when you're facing these life-altering changes, for me, my affirmation, even in the face of adversity, always is, I'm fine because I really am. Everything's okay because it really is. And from this, all good things happen. We are, all of us, have experienced losses on an emotional level, a spiritual level, a physical level. And there's always faith, there's always trust that we'll keep going each day, each moment, each and every breath. Take deep inhales. Go out into the nature. We say this a lot because that grounds us. The dirt grounds us. Trees ground us. Water cleanses us. Whether the ground is sand or thick clay like we have here in the Carolinas, no matter what it is, get into the grounding. And then Mother Earth, who puts that ground there, who says to the sun, I need for you to warm the earth so things will grow. And the sun says, okay. Neither one of these two elements, Mother Earth, Father Sky, if you want to include that in the sun, neither one of these two elements ever send us a bill. They don't say, I'm charging you. No, that's the power companies. And now I'm being ratchet. I need to go. Woof. I do have a tendency to be like that sometimes. My sense of humor is like, oh, well, here we go. And, talking about awkward communications, sometimes we have to have those. I've had to have lots of them lately. I've had to, fess up. It isn't that I want to shirk my responsibilities, but it's a little bit like, well, when you shake the tree and you expect money to fall out of it and it doesn't, well, then what do? I'm fine, everything's okay. And from this moment forward, things will be fine. You can figure out ways to make it. I think the purpose of me doing this every single day for I don't know how many days, I think I'm now close to 1,800 videos. So I know that there's sometimes 2 or 3 in a day. So, you might want to say, well, I've been doing this for 1,500 days. I don't know. Every day without fail, I pop on here because it helps me. It helps me to tune in to connect up there. It helps me to tune in to connect with you. And I do it because I want to start my day on the right foot, not the back foot. I want to put and inject the other side of life, which is your spiritual roots. You, me, us together. We are souls, spirits that inhabit a human body, a human life. And from there, we get to change our mind. We get to look at things a little bit differently. We get to have different conversations. We get to say whether I want to be in fear, frightened to death, terrified, oh my goodness gracious me, what am I going to do? Or love. I want to go up that end where children are having fun. Babies are just, doing what they do. Where would you want to be? What do you want to do? Well, my friends, that's it from me today. Till tomorrow. Love yourself first, and you'll fill up on all that, and there'll be enough left over for you to share with other people. Bye for now.